Speaking of the club, right, I heard you tell a story before about how Puffy he took you to a club before. And you seen a whole lot of weird stuff going on. Yeah, I like when you like this, Daddy. I like when you start scrambling you're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy camp? Yeah, oh no, rapper exhibit has revealed Diddy's purported infatuation with gay bars. In a surprising disclosure, according to Exhibit, Diddy loves it and routinely visits these clubs with his crew. Many admirers are now wondering what Diddy's genuine preferences are and what other secrets he may be keeping. How deep does Diddy's love of gay clubs go? What more does Exhibit have to say about Diddy's private life? Let us investigate Florida. We got invited to a Puffy party, the New Year's Eve party. Went to the party, all dudes. Exhibit recently revealed an unpleasant incident while hanging out with Diddy and Curry Rain, Superhead Stevens, at a New Year's Eve party in Miami. Exhibit spilled the beans and disclosed some interesting information about Diddy's infatuation with gay clubs in an interview with Sirius Satellite's Foxhole Radio. The ex-hitmaker, real name Alvin Joyner, told how he mistakenly went to a gay venue in Miami, Florida. With the Bad Boy Records had on one occasion. Exhibit reports that the entire gay night occurred not long ago on New Year's Eve in South Beach, Florida. It all started at a home party where Exhibit was conversing with self-proclaimed video vixen Superhead. A lady comes, clearly didn't like she Puffy calls me outside. He's like, hey man, that girl about the girl everybody know. But you know what's happening, He's like, that's the devil, man. Huffy then put his entourage, which included Exhibit and Superhead, into a car for a silent and unpleasant journey to a club. Bangs took a strange turn in the West Coast rapper story when he went to a club with Diddy and Steffens. At Diddy's request, we get to this club, and we walk in the back way. It's the VIP lounge, ain't nobody in there. The club is going, it's jumping. And I'm sitting there with Superhead Sedex. After a while, Combs went downstairs to do his business. While he and Superhead walked upstairs to fetch drinks, it was there that he began to shake in his solidly heterosexual boots. She pointed over the corners, two dudes kissing. And then she pointed another direction. It's another dude over there, like butt-ass naked. X goes on to add that he and Superhead were drinking their drinks and bobbing to the music when Superhead pointed to the corner. And the next had the surprise of his life when he noticed two guys kissing in the corner. X hasn't recovered from the shock yet, but Superhead pointed in another way where another dude was dancing but ass naked. We take off, man. You're saying we lead the club directly. I didn't say peace to nobody. I didn't see nobody. Axe was so taken aback that he left without informing Diddy, saying we take off, we leave the club directly. I didn't say peace to anybody. It was suspect. You can chalk it up to being in Miami or whatever, concluded Exhibits. But I have been in a gang of clubs. I ain't never mistakenly stepped into a club with that kind of activity there. It is rumors regarding the hip-hop mogul and producer known as Diddy being gay have also been circulating for quite some time. In case you missed it, Jaguar Wrights dropped a bombshell video in which she said that a friend of Diddy's at the time walked in on Diddy going hot and heavy with Christopher Williams. The incident traumatized the former employee walking in. And when she walked in, she saw Christopher Williams performing fellatio on Puff. Jaguar went on to claim that her companion had to leave the room since the other two individuals had no intention of stopping. Now believe it or not, 50 Cent, a well-known fellow artist too, alluded to Diddy's sexuality, saying, sorry, I could no longer help you guys. Soon you will all be gay and happy. You are all now left under the leadership of Putty Daddy. Report to the nearest Rainbow fans are more than willing to accept 50 Cent's conclusions. I truly believe all these rich celebrities are gay, as y'all can't tell me Diddy ain't gay. He slipped up one too many times. 50 Cent also shared two photographs to Instagram in which he implied that Diddy and Ross were gay, that appeared to add that it would not be right if they were. One shot shows the couple performing on stage in a photo taken at such an angle that it appears they are kissing. The other photo showed Diddy wearing a pink shirt and embracing former record boss Steve Stout, who was also dressed in pink. "I'm not saying anything, but something isn't right now," 50 Cent tweeted alongside the images, however. It appears he swiftly changed his mind as the now 47-year-old removed the message from his social networking site. Diddy has been the victim of gay accusations for years. But the what about his flavor camp? Where did he supposedly brings his teenage music protege is particularly frightening. Usher, one of these young men, was just 14 years old when Ella Reed sent him to recite at Diddy's house. Puffy flavor cam. There you go to learn something. Yeah, that's what it was called. We're very curious things taking place. And I didn't necessarily understand. I like when you like this, daddy. But it is adults. All of the controversies surrounding Diddy's sexuality has resurfaced in an old interview with Kevin Hart, in which he incorrectly claims that he and Usher used to sleep in the same bed. "My brother, right here from day one we used to wake up, and I mean Dan pause. But like just a back in the days when he was like 10. And I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the frosted flakes. It goes without saying that alcohol can loosen the tongue and lead to more candid moments. While Diddy may have been under the influence, this does not negate the veracity of his comments. In fact, it increases the likelihood that he was telling the truth. This intoxicated blender was also demonstrated by the ill Kim Porter herself, according to reliable sources. It was also stated by Kim that Usher's mother confronted P. Diddy about sleeping with Usher when he was only 14. There is actually a clip of the two at a party being hosted by Kevin Hart, when P. Diddy slipped up and mentioned how he and Usher used to be in bed together. Not only that, but Gene Deal revealed that he was present when Diddy was shopping for homosexual adult toys. And then he picked quite a few of them down. "Oh, are you okay? You put them in the back, so when I went by there, and I looked up there, and it said butt plugs." Not only that, Diddy's ex-bodyguard further revealed that Puff was often sexually fluid. He said, "Yo, Gene, watch the door, don't let nobody come through here." And I said, "I'll wash the door if I wash the door," and him. And a man ran out naked, he went on, to imply that he had witnessed Diddy engaging in gay acts, saying, "I know that for a fact because I was right there." He said, "Yo, Gene, watch the door, and don't let nobody come through." I said, "I'll watch the door." And while I watched the door, he and a man ran out naked, he said emphatically. And telling you what I saw. Not only that, but Gene Deals said that he witnessed males being set up and seduced by ladies at Diddy's events, only to end up in uncomfortable positions with white men. He stated that he used to take Diddy and his buddies to Turkish houses, and that he knew what happened there, even though he wasn't permitted in. In another interview, Gene stated that he went to a store with Diddy and saw Diddy obtaining butt plugs for himself and paying cash on the counter not to have his items checked. "I'm with Puff, and he's in the exotic bookstores, and he's doing shopping. He's taking things off the shelves and stuff like that. So there's one part he picked up some things from up here on my left side, and then he picked quite a few of them down."